Elisabeth. This is so exciting. Is this your first Total Betty podcast?
No,
Dang,
I
huh.
did.
No.
I did a Friday Night Lights
I was
one
gonna say,
like
in Texas forever.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Right. But it was our first PLL
Yes.
guest
Yes,
spot.
my first PLL appearance.
Do you know, I went in Talkin' Texas Forever's notes and I searched for Elisabeth because I was like, I remember her being on it. I'm like, maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Maybe it was just like, that you answered, like you asked a lot of questions or whatever. And I couldn't find anything. So I was like, maybe I was wrong about that. But you were on it. Damn it.
I don't remember what episode it was, but I just remember really loving Mindy in the episode and her just being like a queen. So
The queen that she was.
Hey, listeners, if you are into Friday Night Lights, we do have a Friday Night Lights podcast called Talkin' Texas Forever. So go watch that show and check it out. It is such a good show. I know we're going to talk PLL, but Friday Night Lights is really good.
Special.
it was so good.
I miss
So
it.
It's different too. I feel like
So
it's different than
Yeah.
a typical teen drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it definitely is not in the realm. Nothing is in the realm of Pretty Little Liars, really.
I mean,
Especially with this episode, Michelle. I was so excited to see your chat come through on Discord. We didn't obviously watch together this week, so I'm excited to hear what both of y'all have to say about this episode.
Holy moly.
It was good.
I was stressed and screaming. Like, back to back.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Elisabeth, since this is your first time on We Are Liars, please tell the folks at home what your journey with this show is. How many times have you watched? What is your story with Pretty Little Liars?
so I started watching Pretty Little Liars when it originally came out. I think I was in college and my college roommate and I were like obsessed with it. But it was also like the 20 teens and like you couldn't just stream it on the internet. So like easily at least, And so I definitely lost touch. And I do think I lost touch in the middle of season 4, like about this time. So I have a lot of theories that I don't know if they're theories because it's just what I always thought or if they're actually what happened because I don't really remember what happened. So I have thoughts and theories, but they might be true, and it might be because I guessed them correctly, or it might be because I actually have seen. I know that there are a couple of random later episodes I've seen, but definitely was not consistent after season 4.
I love it. I feel like Liss, you have this same
Pretty much
same journey of like is this what actually happened or is this what I'm
right? Is it like I've seen so many teen dramas at this point in my life? Am I making up what I think is going to happen,
Right.
or is it actually what's going to happen, or did I read it somewhere or see something? And but this entire show, for the most part, has been basically a new show for me. Obviously, the huge things I'm sure you remember. But it's this season, we've talked about it. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
But hopefully this episode made up for it like a little bit towards the end, at least.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah. So Elisabeth, our listeners want to know, who is your favorite liar?
I think Hanna. I remember watching it initially and being a big Aria fan and being a big Azaria fan. I have since changed my thoughts on that drastically. But yeah, I was in the watching it live. I was a big fan, but I think in the rewatch, like I am so Hanna. I loved her in this episode, especially. She is kind of unhinged and crazy but also amazing at the same time. So yeah,
with the James Patterson book,
she had a really good episode. I have to say, I liked Hanna in this episode.
Honestly, since the post Caleb breakup, I've enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yes.
Vic wants to know, do you have a favorite couple on this watch? I mean, obviously it was Azaria back in the day, but are you liking anyone better this time around?
I mean, You gotta love Caleb, and Caleb is a couple goals, but I like the girls single. I was actually like watching this episode, like, why can't they just like not have a boyfriend or girlfriend for like 3 seconds? Like,
Mm-hmm.
can we just have, a couple episodes where somebody's single?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And even just the possibility, like we don't need like Andrew Campbell and Spencer to talk. Like you don't need these
Yeah.
things. It would be better if the girls were like literally just figuring out who A is.
Right.
And not
Right.
having to deal with the drama and the romance, but obviously it was
Right.
ABC Family freeform show catering to that demographic, and that's what you're looking for. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Do you have a favorite season?
My favorite section of the show, I would say, is like when they find out that, spoiler for like, I think it's season 2. Spoiler. Which if you're watching season 4 and listening to us, I think you know what happened. But when they find out that Mona is like that episode, I remember watching that episode live, and then like the kind of like the follow-up of that. So
yeah, agreed.
that's definitely my favorite.
Very memorable. Definitely was
Time period.
It will be burned in my brain even like years down the line, especially because we watched it for the podcast, and I was like, wow, no, I still remember a lot about this episode. Probably one of the only episodes I really remember most of it.
Well, and I thought it was the season 1 finale. And so when you guys were going through it and I was watching with you, and I'm like, wait, what? Where's the big Mona reveal? Where is that? And I was like, I guess that's not coming yet.
Yeah, no. Got a little ways to go. But the episode we're talking about today is episode 17 of season 4, which is titled Bite Your Tongue. Aired January 28th, 2014, written by Maya Goldsmith and Oliver Goldstick. I love when they do that.
Yeah.
And directed by Arlene Sanford. This summary: Hanna searches for answers about the identity of the body found in Allison's grave. Spencer continues to investigate Allison's secret connection with a mysterious man. Aria grows suspicious of Mike's new friend, while Emily's father becomes concerned about her increasingly strange behavior. I mean, her behavior has been the same pretty much throughout the entirety of the show. Like, she's just constantly high stress, scared. Her dad's like, hey, what's going on? Can I help you out? And she's just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do anything about it. Don't talk to me about it. It's senior year.
I don't know when I'm going to college.
Right. That's what she does. But then again, that's what all of the girls do every time someone approaches them about an A situation.
Right.
So, it's a little frustrating. But all right, let's start with Aria. So she's trying to ease the tension between Spencer and Emily after last week's debacle where Spencer basically made Allie run away. And I agree with Aria. She's like, Spencer was just trying to be a good friend. She was just trying to protect you. And Emily really doesn't want to hear any of that because she's still really upset with Spencer. She feels like that was their only chance and they're probably not going to get another chance to speak with Allison. Yeah. They get back to the Montgomery house, in which there's a whole party of kids from Mike. Mike's having a party because Byron is, surprise, in Syracuse yet again.
Like, it looks like a good time. I mean, I was like, go Mike, I'm here for it.
Right? Just a couple of friends. She's like, this is not a couple of friends.
Also, it feels like Mike got a growth spurt.
I know.
He seems a lot older all of a sudden.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, he definitely is maturing. He's maturing.
Yes.
He's looking good. And there's a bunch of kids there. Aria's like, everyone needs to leave. I'm in charge. And then when they go upstairs, they catch Mona coming out of what Aria thinks is her bedroom. It's hard to see if she was or not.
Mona says, I was using the restroom facilities.
Facilities. Who says that? No way.
Nobody says that.
Nobody
says that. And then Aria later is like, was she there to poop or snoop?
I can't.
Like, oh my God.
I get
some of the dialogue in this episode was,
especially from Aria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some cringe
Well,
stuff
she
going
seemed
on.
like such, also in this scene, she seemed like such like the mom of like, you can't have a party and we have to shut this down right away. Like, she was like being the mom in this situation. And I was like, she's such a party pooper. Like, Mike's just trying to have some friends over.
Right.
Yeah. She's like, I'm in charge and I don't really feel comfortable with you having a party. And then she sees Mona and she's like, forget this. Like, everyone needs to leave. Mona, you need to get out. And Mona's like, may I remind you, like, you guys kicked me out of your little group. Yeah. And I'm trying to find people who I have common ground with. And Mike happens to be one of them. And then the next day, Aria approaches Mike about it. And he claims that they're in this same support group at school that's put together by their new guidance counselor, Jessie.
The first name basis with a teacher. I'm like, no, no.
When they do stuff like that, you know?
Totally. And I thought the same thing, Elizabeth, with this on the first name basis. So I was like, Jessie, okay, are you a new character, or should I like put stock in you? Are you here for a couple episodes?
He's not on the island. We will see him again next week. I don't remember if it's past that.
Okay.
But what I love about this character is that he's played by Wes Ramsey, who was on Charmed, and he played Holly Marie Combs' son on Charmed, and so it's like special.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Wyatt, and he was a great character.
I gotta say, when I go to the gym, like, they have all the TV screens, right? And they always, like, Charmed is always on. It's just, like, constantly streaming on TBS. And then, like, sometimes it's, like, Law and Order SVU. And then there's another show. And it's, like, 3 of the Pretty Little Liar parents. And I'm like, oh, look, there's Spencer's mom on SVU. And then there's Aria's mom over here on Charmed. And then, yeah, it's, like, so, it's, like, a weird, it freaks me out every time.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, Holly Marie Combs, like, she was in everything back in the day. I mean, I'm sure she's I don't know what she's doing now. They have a podcast about Charmed if anyone wants to check it out. But it's just, I was like, oh man, what a coincidence that's who they casted for this guidance counselor. All of our listeners want to know, how do we feel about this guidance counselor? Is this part of their criteria to form groups of kids? Mike was saying, and then this is how I feel, like, our guidance counselor kind of was just there for not really much guidance, but like, here is your transcript for your school. And, you know, like, that was to the extent. I think I met my guidance counselor twice in my whole entire 4 years of being in high school. So this is a little beyond that.
This feels more of a social worker.
Right.
My mom was a social worker in a school district for in middle school and high school when I was younger, growing up. And she did have groups, but you're right, Liss, like, in our high school, I felt like our counselors were more so like, let me see you the second half of senior year and let's get you ready for college.
Then that was it.
Yeah.
And I think it went by last name. Like, I had a different counselor than some of my friends did because our high school was very big, so they had to divide the kids somehow. So we had multiple guidance counselors.
Same.
And, you know, they just guided as far as academics. They didn't do anything personal that I have.
I was actually a volunteer on in my study hall in our counseling center. And even I was not this close to my guidance counselor. So, and I was really close to him, and he wasn't putting me in support. There were no support groups. So I think nothing like that.
He's more of a social worker than a guidance counselor.
But what do you think Mona and Mike's, what's that common ground that they're in this group about? Like,
I think he said
hating Aria?
like,
I don't know.
Yeah, right. To the effect of troubled past, which clearly Mona has, and Mike has had some bouts of trouble, if you will. I'd be interested to see if there was like other kids and like what their troubled past was like. But Mike does defend Mona because Aria immediately is like, she's awful. She split up our parents. And he's like, well, they did the thing. You know, you forgave Dad. Why can't you forgive the messenger? Mona was just the messenger. And you're like, okay, valid. to an extent.
This is all Byron's fault. This is not Mona's fault.
Exactly. This is Byron's fault. But it wasn't Byron's fault that Mona tormented Aria for a year.
Yeah.
So she obviously has trust issues there and doesn't want Mona and Mike to be friends. And then we see, which makes matters even worse for her, is that they start to kiss in front of her. So now they're like romantically involved. And Aria is just like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I have to walk away because she wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, I would be freaking out too.
It's a little fast.
It's a little fast, but also the person who tormented you and your friends, like Aria says, all of what you say, junior year.
Yeah.
And who Mona has, like, yeah, I'd be a little concerned.
What I think is funny is that Aria says, well, he's 2 years younger than you. What do you want with someone who's 2 years younger than you? And Mike made a comment like, well, you're dating someone who you're not supposed to be dating, so you really have no grounds to talk about that.
No.
Right.
But it's just the fact that it is Mona I know we can't trust her. And they shouldn't trust her. And I feel almost like a little bit betrayed that Mike would be romantically involved with someone who did hurt his sister so badly.
I also feel bad for Mike at this point because I feel like he's going to get used.
You think, okay, so like everyone wants to know, like, is there a motive to this relationship? Or do you think it's a genuine connection?
I mean, I think at this point, Mona's probably enjoying the companionship, but I think there's another motive here.
I think it's love.
What would be the motive?
I think it's love. I'm here for it. I'm shipping it. I think this is.
Kate shipped their name as Mocha. She wants them to be called.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say Mona because Mike, Mona, or Mike,
or it could be Mocha. She put Moka, so I'm just gonna call it Mocha because I think that sounds nicer. But
okay, it's love. Elizabeth is going to the wedding.
They're in game.
Yeah. Hey, that would be great. That would be great, and definitely would surprise me. But I can't trust her yet. So
okay. Well, if you had to predict what her motive is, like, what does it have to do with? If there is a motive.
Well, what's going on with her and Ezra?
Yeah, what is going on with her and Ezra?
Yeah, what is going on? They have that meeting. He invites her into the classroom, says close the door. Before that, he sends a text message, something along the lines of like plans of change regarding Allison. I don't know. I don't know if so maybe Mona's gonna try to get stuff for Ezra from Ari. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of Ezra, he comes in hot in the morning. He's having a fight with Maggie because Maggie told him that she's alone. She's trying to get her tenant was trying to get rent from her or something of the sort. And so she's just here to like tie up loose ends, but she didn't bring Malcolm. And he's like, whoa, I mean, he's like, oh, Malcolm's going to spend the day with me or so. I'm like, again, he's not your kid.
It's not your kid anymore.
No ties to this kid. You can't expect Maggie to bring him in and then just be like, yeah, take care of Malcolm while I do my errands. Like, we've established you're not his father. And you've already confused the shit out of him at this point. I mean, I don't think that he has called Ezra dad per se, but it was alluded that Ezra was his father. And so it's just to complicate the matters more. We don't need to complicate it more by Ezra still being in his life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my spiel about it. I don't. Everyone.
I mean, from Ezra's perspective, it's gotta. I mean, if somebody was like, "Here is your long lost child," and you're thinking, he's probably thinking like, "I've got 5 years to make up, all this time to make up that I wasn't a part of his life, and now I get to be." And then, oh, stop, rewind. Actually, none of that is true. It was all a lie.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
It's hard to just like rip it out from you,
Yeah.
I do have a question. Is it still November?
It sure is November. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, how long has this relationship been? Because it feels like it's been, like a season and a half, but that might only actually be a month.
Yeah, no, it's still November. Definitely still November.
insane.
So yeah, that's what's even more frustrating is that if they wanted us to believe this and feel it, we could have done it for an extensive amount of time, but this has just been a month or two since the beginning of season 3 at this, or mid season 3, or whatever it is. It's just hard to get behind. But Ezra does say people get what they deserve eventually. Because Aria's like, you can't let her talk to you like that. And he's like, no, it's like, there's no sense of me getting angry. People will get what they deserve. And then later, Aria sees Maggie in the street. And I guess because she's so hot about the Mike-Mona friendship and the frustration there and the A of it all, that she pops off on Maggie, which they have this like little petty argument, which I loved because Aria's trying to defend Ezra, and then Maggie's like, you're sleeping with your teacher, okay? Enough said.
Right.
You got a good grade because you're sleeping with your teacher. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
In my notes, I put, why is she so grumpy? Like, she's just so aggressive and confrontational. And she's like, it almost seems a little out of character. Like, I know she would stand up for Ezra, but it's also like, yeah. And she's also, I'm like, this is not your it's not even really Ezra's problem or fight to fight. So why are you trying to get in the middle of this?
Right. And for someone who, well, we know it was because of A, but really Aria broke up with Ezra because of this whole situation.
Yeah.
And then to like get yourself back involved in it. And, you know, and then what's so frustrating is that nobody knows that her and Ezra are back together. So we have this like hush hush about everything, and Emily's like, "Well, he'll forgive you. It's not like you guys are still back together." I'm like, why are we even doing this? Just rip the Band-Aid off at this point. You guys have secretly dated for like, you know, a million times at this point.
Right.
No one cares.
Right.
Like nobody cares.
It's true.
I certainly don't care.
Yeah, the girls wouldn't care either because they know. Yeah.
Right. Throughout the day, we see that Ezra's up to some things. He's up to some things. So he meets with Mona in the classroom. He tells her to close the door. We don't see what this is about, but it's suspicious, obviously. And then later on texts someone saying that there's been a setback, R.E. Allison, which of course we don't see who he's texting. But this gets interrupted by Wayne, who's in town, because obviously Emily's going through a lot, and he thinks that Ezra is really the only one that Emily will trust as a, you know, adult authority figure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone who keeps asking Ezra for help, all these parents keep asking Ezra for help. I'm like, you know the rumors. You know what happened. Why are you tossing your kid around this guy? I just can't get... the more I watch it, the more frustrated I get with it.
Yeah, he seems to be the only teacher that we put stock in.
Yep.
And
yeah, right. Like, let's stay. You can stay after school with me. Ashley's like, yeah, Hanna needs more curriculars. Stay after school. Like, it's just icky. It's icky.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where's this physics teacher? Like Spencer's got this big physics test. What they don't have like the science team? Who's like
right.
There are other teachers in the school.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but he's just the one obviously we go to because of driving the plot, but
yeah.
It's a little much that he's the only one they can trust. It's like, well, why do you think that? Because he's mentally a child and also was dating one.
Right.
All right, so over to Emily. She's, in addition to her being like overwhelmed with this Spencer stuff and the Allie situation, she finds out from her dad that her car, in fact, had a computer glitch in which now she knows for sure that A messed with her car, and she's starting to really spiral. She does not feel safe in her house. She doesn't feel safe outside her house. I don't even know how this person could function at all. I would just like curl up in a ball and just...
I feel bad for her because I feel like where this is going is her paranoia and anxiety will not be taken that seriously.
Well,
and they'll think it's not like a joke, but I feel like she's going to end up in Radley.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where this is headed.
Well, right. It's like, oh, you had a nervous breakdown?
Yes.
Just throw you in, Radley.
Yeah.
Come out in a few days. You'll be fine.
I mean, I hope not. I think that
I have so many issues with Radley as well,
Oh.
but I mean, there are no there are no mental health facilities in this country that look like that, and
Oh,
it's
right.
no, that is not a healthy place to put these girls in, or anyone who's been there. Like, no, this is just no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Radley is like a whole nother entity of just the word. It's just the way that they show a mental institution, if you will.
Yeah.
It's wrong on so many levels.
Yeah.
But this is Pretty Little Liars, and we have a lot of things that will be wrong on so many levels.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even touched half of it. So she tells Hanna, she doesn't feel safe. Then at night, she gets so freaked out, she tries to basically stab someone, ends up being her dad with the scissors. Like, she is panicking. And then we do see that there was a handprint on the windowsill. She plans to meet Ezra after school because now she has this extra credit, which I think she said it was something to do with the play. She heads into a school that is dark. It is nighttime. It is dark. There's nobody around.
Why?
What?
No.
Why?
Why isn't there like a security guard around?
Not
How is she
one
the only one
person.
allowed in school at this time? This was very confusing to me.
Yes. It's very frustrating. And then she gets a text that says, like, what does it say? It was like, hurry up and go, or what it said. What the hell? I thought I had it in my notes. I don't even have it. It doesn't matter because all of a sudden,
Like the marquee? Because there was like,
oh, yes.
yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
it said like,
That was like, it was like,
hurry up and run or something,
Or-
right?
yeah, like run away, bitch, or
Yes,
something. I
yes,
said
it
bitch
said
on it. I know
something
that.
bitch, and I was like, what? This is
You're right. It wasn't a
Wow.
text. It was on the marquee. And then all of a sudden, this like heavy metal music blasts through the speakers. Like, what is this? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so she runs into this classroom and she barricades herself behind the door. She calls her dad,
Which is also the smartest thing to do in the world. Make it so you have zero exit except a window.
That you can't
Like,
open.
Emily's supposed to be the smart one.
I know. Like, I would have just ran out of the building. I would just run down the building.
Right.
I don't care if I'm running in the middle of the street. But she barricades herself into a single classroom, and then you see someone is trying to turn the knob, and she calls her dad. She's like, I'm locked. I'm locked inside. Nobody is here. I can't find anyone. I'm scared. So he does show up pretty quickly, luckily for her. And then he tries to get into the building, and it's locked. So then Emily breaks the window, and she's like, Dad, I'm up here. Like, this is just so crazy. And he climbs up like the pipe to help her open the window. They both climb down, and then he ends up having this like mock heart attack on the ground.
Did you see what she used to break the window?
What was it?
I believe it was a 3-hole punch.
Yes.
She just like smashes it through the window. I am like, of all things in a classroom,
right,
3-hole punch. That's what you need to bust open a window.
I love me a good 3-hole punch. Anyone else?
It's very satisfying.
It's so satisfying, obviously, if you do it correctly. But
right. Yes, that's true.
I did not notice that that's what she had grabbed.
It was something. If it wasn't a 3-hole punch, it was something very similar.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
So then Wayne tells her he's partially on sabbatical because of Emily and all that. Like, he tells Ezra, hey, it's probably not the best idea that my daughter sleeps in her dead friend's bedroom. Like, I thank you for at least now talking about it.
Someone would come and
definitely traumatized, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, I didn't come home just because of that. I also came home for them to run some tests on me. I've been having some stress, and the doctor says I just have to have tests on my heart. So, he looks to be okay.
He does, but I'm like really stressed out about this.
Of course you are.
Because he's like, he says, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm like, red alarms. Oh my God, this is the parent that's going to die.
Oh my God. No,
I thought the same.
Girl,
I thought the same thing.
You know?
No, it's definitely stressful.
And we like Wayne. I like Wayne. He's a good parent.
it would be Pretty Little Liars to like just kill off the parent, the only parent we actually
the good one.
right.
I have a question for you. So of all of your Total Betty shows, like who is the Mount Rushmore of parents, and does Wayne make it on there? Because I think he's pretty good.
Oh, he's so great.
Do you think we should pick one from each universe?
Okay, let's do that. I mean, obviously Sandy Cohen.
I think Tammy Taylor,
obviously, yeah.
We could pick Wayne Fields. Gossip Girl, horror.
Done.
Yikes.
See, I don't think one of them.
Cyrus.
I'm gonna say Cyrus Rose is pretty good. What other show? One Tree Hill.
Do you want to pick
Karen, and is that it? Wait, did we get all the shows?
That's all our children. Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that list.
I'm also happy with. What do you think, Elisabeth? Do you agree? Is there anyone you'd sub out?
I mean, I am a Lily fan. She's a terrible mother, though, but I do love Lily.
I mean, I love Lily, too.
Down to Lily.
Absolutely.
We stand Lily.
We stand
terrible mother.
Just not as a mother. She's a terrible mother. Most of them are terrible on Gossip Girl.
Yeah, that's the hard one.
Great question, though.
To know, do we think the person that the hand on the windowsill is the same person that was trying to attack Emily? Or could that have been maybe Allie trying to get into Emily's room?
Oh.
I think it was Allie trying to get into Emily's room because the other person at the school, that hooded figure, it looked very large.
Yeah. There's some this next couple of episodes. By the way, so I'm just going to tell everyone here, I have watched an exuberant amount of Pretty Little Liars in the last 48 hours. I got up to the season 5, episode 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so when you see it is hysterical because this body build is ginormous. I'm just putting it out there. Like, and I know we've talked about this in the past, and I'm sure in interviews and whatever they have talked about it, but like whoever is in the hoodie is not the actual actor that it's supposed to be in the hoodie. So the body types are wild.
That's very
wild. So more things to come with that in the next couple of weeks. So I just think it's funny that you said like, oh, it didn't look like it. I'm like, just wait, because just wait. A lot going on. Okay, so we have Spencer. She's obsessively trying to decode the Allery, and she is fixated on this one story that luckily she took a picture of because now obviously the journal is gone, but this older guy. So she's frazzled, she's not sleeping well, she even spaces on a physics test, which Spencer would never normally do. And Andrew's like, you can't BS your way through this. Like, I've been studying for days. And so she invites him over to help her study. And he arrives there, he's thinking he's going to get a little something, you know?
He's like, you're done with the carpenter, right?
Right. She's like, no, not a chance. But
I also stand this couple. I think they should get together.
This is a match made in heaven for you.
This is endgame for me too.
I mean, to be fair, Spencer has great chemistry with majority of people that they put her on screen with.
Yeah.
I think they might be a little bit too similar. You know,
I just like felt it when they were together though. Like there was something about it. I was like, yes, like let's go.
Yeah, I know. I just the Toby of it all lately has really been slacking. And then of course Caleb is gone, and then we can't stand Ezra, and so like when Travis came into the picture, we were swooning. I don't know if you were swooning, Elisabeth, over Travis.
Yes, very much.
Good. Which unfortunately Hanna says they've cooled things off in this episode. Don't worry, he's not on the island. He's not on the
Yeah, I know, but I was bummed.
But it's just like anytime there's like this new connection, it's actually kind of exciting because kind of a little bored with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know? All right, so she flirts with him a little bit, and she's like, no, actually, really, I just need your pills.
She pulls like a Jesse Spano. Like,
that's my favorite episode of Saved by the Bell.
So excited.
I'll just get
so good. Oh my god. I mean, that's the perfect reference because as you see, and then obviously Jessie Spano, that only happens during the one episode, right?
Yeah.
But Spencer, she's spiraling. She's spiraling. Yeah. And so she wants his prescription meds, which I guess it's Adderall, right? It's presumably that's what it is. And so he gives her a few to get by because she needs to stay up and study. She's like, I need to study for, the courses. But really, she's like, I need to study everything A. So she's up all night. She gets a lot done. She discovers a link between the Hart and the Huntsman, which is a pub near Hollis College, which right away should have been,
It was for me.
Yeah, where Allie meets this mysterious college man, and she makes a point of saying that he has weird food choices, boysenberry pie, and beer. So Kat wants to know, I think most people actually wanted to know, do we think this is weird, and do we have any weird food combinations that maybe aren't traditional?
I don't think this is weird at all.
The right kind of beer with a boysenberry pie sounds delicious.
Right.
Like, I think a nice, crisp, clean, like a Kolsch, a nice lager.
Yeah.
Would be a great combination.
I agree. I think it sounds good. You get a little bit of like the bitterness of the beer and the sweet of the pie, and it work well. Like, especially if the beer was like extra crisp, cold.
Yeah.
Maybe the pie was like a little warm.
Yeah,
I think it's perfect. It sounds good to me.
It sounds delicious.
I like a lot of weird food combinations. I like to have a bunch of, I have like constantly have like these pregnancy craving kind of meals. I'm like, I would need salty, sweet, creamy, this, that. Like the whole plate is every type of texture, every type of, acid, fat, heat, whatever.
Oh, same.
I love
Forever. I've always been. I'm like the type of person who mixes everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the beer and the pie is not strange at all. I think we could have made this even more weird.
Yeah. Like more distinct that Spencer would have been like, wait, you'd never hear that.
I mean, boysenberry is distinct.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or even like something that they put on the pie. Like
right.
Boysenberry pie with
like pickles or something.
Pickles.
Or
pickles
like
on top.
Like, or mustard. Mayo.
It's just like weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
But, I mean, then again, Allie is like this 14-year-old child who really doesn't know anything about beer.
Okay, so
she's like...
At this point, Allie is 14 and Ezra is how old?
He's in college still, so before he graduates. So we'll say anywhere from 18 to 21. I'm going to say he's probably 21.
Well, he's drinking beer. I mean,
sure.
I don't. Yeah. It could not be. Maybe. I mean that.
Well, I mean, I don't think they ID very well. We find that out.
Right. And if it's a college bar, then maybe they're not.
True.
But
I'm gonna say, if I'm correct, I believe he is 21 here,
and she's 14.
Right.
That's totally normal.
Wow.
I have so much to say, but I can't say it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But we see Spencer reading this journal entry, and Spencer is reading the part of the man. And eventually, when Spencer goes to the bar, she immediately sees Ezra sitting there. He's enjoying a nice piece of pie. He says it's boysenberry, but maybe it's blueberry, maybe it's blackberry. He's not sure. The waitress gave him the suggestion, and he hurries out. He's like, I forgot I had something to do. I'm just going to go cancel the rest of my order. And then when Spencer sits down, the waitress says, well, he already paid for it, so here it is. And it's a pint of beer. And it's called Board Shorts Ale.
Whoa.
I love it so much. It was so good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Spencer's like, wait, boysenberry pie and beer? And she looks at the bottle and she's like, board shorts? I mean, the head explosion.
Especially because in Allie's voiceover or flashback, she's like, maybe I'll write a story about this. Story about this moment right now. And then she kisses him.
Yeah.
I think this explanation is far too simple for Pretty Little Liars. I don't think it's Ezra. I think the guy in the story is just somebody else, somebody random. It's just too easy. Pretty Little Liars is never just like the first obvious answer.
That's true. That's true.
It's too straightforward.
That is true.
I mean, he's an English teacher. Of course, he's going to give her advice on her stories. Like, it's just too straightforward.
True. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's next week that they say, you know, obviously Spencer doesn't keep this to just herself. So I think one of the girls is like, well, you know, just because you think it's that doesn't mean that that could be. And also, Allie wrote in code and all these things backward and forwards, and like you could be decoding the story wrong, is what they are saying.
Right.
But it's still epic to see this board short situation.
Yes.
And I know last week you had predicted when I gave you my clue, you know, I think it's obvious, and you go, oh my God, it's Ezra.
Yeah.
And I was like giddy, pagan shit, right? Like I was so excited. Yeah. So I mean, you put in the chat like you were mind blown. So how were you feeling while watching this?
Well, that wasn't the part I was screaming.
Oh,
about.
okay.
So
okay, I think I know what you're screaming about. Does it have to do with Miss Hanna?
Yeah, most unhinged thing I have ever seen.
I know. And a few weeks
Real quick,
back,
and we're talking about this storyline. When Spencer like busts into Hannah's room at supposedly 4 a.m. and she has a line about not wearing underwear, I lost. She's like, I'm not even wearing. It's 4 a.m. I'm not even wearing underwear. I just lost it. I lost it.
She's like, we could do it tomorrow, not now. But yeah, that was really funny. Hanna had some pretty funny lines in this episode.
Yeah, she did.
But she's been staying up reading James Patterson books, which I think is really funny. She just wants to escape into these mysteries post her breakup with Caleb. She claims, I feel like we just added this for the hell of it, and maybe I'm reading into it, but she says that the girls need to focus on the cover-up to find A. So she says, follow the trail of A's cover-up. It could lead us right back to A. So she believes, in my opinion, and maybe I misunderstood, that the body in the grave is A's doing, A's cover-up.
Yeah.
Because to me, it seems clear, and maybe because I've seen it, that this would be obvious that it would be Allie's cover-up. Does that make sense? Like, to me...
That does make sense,
like,
but...
A would be the one covering up someone in the grave. I feel like Allie would be like someone's, like she knows who's in the grave kind of thing.
Well, it to me, it's if A was after Allie all along, they want to have her in their possession, so they would cover it up.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess that
and plus, I do see where Hannah's getting that, and I love this reading journey for her, these mystery novels. And so she's getting inspired, and so I like all of it. I like where Hannah's head's at.
Yeah. How do we feel about her running into Detective Holbrook outside? He apologizes to her about, you know, her family being kind of displaced during the time of the trial and how he feels badly for that. And they have a friendly exchange. It's a friendly exchange. But it's just
it is.
Why?
I can't help it when I see Holbrook and Jesse and be like, are you guys going to end up dating one of these girls?
Are you all going to be all creeps? Right. Are you all going to be creeps?
Right? I can't really trust you guys because you could turn icky real soon.
Right? That's so true. Like, you can't bring in one mid to late 20 individual on the show and not think that they're going to date. We've just not.
Right.
Nope.
And Holbrook is probably older than that, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's definitely icky. But they like exchange notes on books, and he tells her to read this one, and then later on she's reading another one in which she reads them backwards to forwards, or she doesn't even care about reading the whole thing or something. I don't even know. But he tells her...
She reads the end first, she knows how it ends,
yeah,
and then she goes back to the beginning she knows what clues to look for. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, and so he's like, oh, I won't spoil this book for you, but, you know, the proof is in the teeth. And so she decides to make an appointment at the dentist, figuring maybe I can see the records of the dental records, and maybe we could figure out who's in Allie's grave. because clearly it's not Allie. Someone had messed up. Someone had switched the dental records. So she goes, and Gypsy is there, which I think is so funny. It's like,
I love it
hello,
so
Graham.
much. Hi, you're in Stars Hollow.
Yeah, she's right. She's still in Stars Hollow.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to do her cleaning. And then, of course, Dr. Ackard. Why do we even have to add, oh, Sean's in boarding school. He's one with the ladies. It's like, ew, who cares? Why would you tell his ex-girlfriend that he's getting with the ladies? Like, why would she care about that?
You know, in case we all are wondering how Sean's doing.
Right, we're not.
We're not, but... Okay.
I didn't even remember that was her ex. I thought that was just a random name drop.
Sean Ackard. There he is. Dated Hanna and then briefly dated Paige. Remember?
Yeah.
All those times ago.
Oh, of course.
So Hanna, she's left alone. She decides to go into the chart room, which is literally in the same room as the exam room, which would never happen.
Makes no sense.
Okay. Right. And then Gypsy comes back in and she's like, oh, Hanna must have left. Let's close up the space. So then Hanna doesn't hear any of this. She's in the chart room, comes back, assumes
she's
that
hard
Dr.
at work.
Ackard, like, this is so ridiculous. She doesn't even turn around, which obviously at the dentist, it's hard. Like they are always behind you and you're like, oh, you know, and you've got shit in your mouth and it's always a sight. But then whoever it is takes like the gas mask and she passes out and she wakes up with like a bloody lip and a bloody mouth and her teeth hurt, her mouth hurts. She goes back to the girls, which it's been hours because apparently her appointment was at 4:30 and now it's probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And she's like, my mouth hurts. And Spencer takes tweezers.
Cannot.
And pulls out this teeny
and the flashlight too. She's like,
oh my God, it's so good. And she opens it up. It's been in Hannah's mouth. This thing had to have been disintegrated, don't you think? Like, it's a piece of paper. And she opens it up and it says, I told you dead girls can't smile. It is so camp and ridiculous. And back a couple weeks ago when we had Lauren Deasy on the podcast and she had asked us, like, what is like the craziest A thing what we've seen so far? I was like, I can think of one thing that's happening and this is it.
This is by far
ridiculous.
The craziest thing. Where was this tiny scroll implanted?
Right in her
well,
back
and she
molar
also
or something?
saying like her lips are numb. Like,
right.
You have to know how to use like Novocaine if you're gonna not like. So A is a dental professional. Well, that narrows, or a doctor, like that narrows down who A could possibly be. Right. Ren is at the top of my list now.
Totally. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Right. Ren, sure. Dentist. Come on in, buddy.
I mean, he does every other kind of doctoring.
Every other doctor job in the town.
Probably a vet too.
Right? Oh, of course. It's coming.
Yeah, it's wild and
insane.
When you see articles of like top A, things A did, that's definitely on every list because it's so absolutely ridiculous.
Because she said, like Gypsy was like, oh, there's a gap in your filling.
Yeah.
So was that tiny scroll
maybe
in her filling?
It must have been, right?
And then Spencer's like, let me get tweezers to see. Like,
yeah, no, it's just it's crazy. It's so crazy.
This is the craziest thing I've seen in a very long time.
It's just insane.
What was the inspiration for this?
Yeah.
Right? Wow.
Why?
Wow.
We'll never know.
It's just Pretty Little Liars.
That's true.
It's
That's true. Unhinged.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
But then when Hanna wakes up, though, the charts that she had taken, the log of people who had signed in is gone. And then we have the last scene with A, who's taking those papers and shredding the papers to put in Tippy's little cage.
Tippy's back.
Tippy! I mean, how funny was that you mentioned Tippy last week and I was like, wait, weird. Tippy comes back. I think this is the last time we hear of Tippy. But Tippy's like, hey, board shorts, what you doing?
Yeah, and then there's a map on the wall of Cape May.
Yeah.
And
Wilden's yacht or
yes.
Like that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I thought I was going to sneeze. Yeah, so that is my summary. We have an A or nay segment provided by our listener, Kate.
Yes.
And since Elizabeth doesn't remember anything, she can also guess if these are A or nay.
Yes.
Okay, so the first is Hannah's new obsession with James Patterson novels.
Nay. This is I have a theory behind this, okay? I think Ashley was buying some books because she thought she was going to go to jail, and she bought a bunch of books thinking she was going to take them into her incarceration with her, and then they were just sitting around the house and Hannah picked one up and started reading. That's my backstory.
That's a great backstory. I love that. And nay for me too.
And even Spencer says like, "Oh, is Travis reading these books to you?" Like that nobody can believe that Hannah would read.
Yeah.
It does seem very off-brand.
Like she was staying up all night just to read because she was interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holbrook commenting that it always comes down to teeth. My God, we think Holbrook's involved with A?
I don't, so I'm gonna say nay.
No. Nay.
Yeah.
What about Mike and Mona's love connection?
True love. Nay. Nay.
I'm kind of A with this.
Okay, yeah. The new guidance counselor, Jesse.
Nay, I think.
I'm leaning nay, but I would not be surprised if he was somehow being blackmailed to do something.
Oh, yeah.
by-
Yeah, right.
Maggie leaving Malcolm in Seattle.
Nay.
Nay.
Aria confronting Maggie.
Nay?
Nay. Yeah.
That's her own.
The noises that wake up Emily in the middle of the night.
A.
Yeah.
Wayne Fields dealing with Emily's stress, trauma, anxiety by putting more on her plate. That's true. He did. He's like, Ezra, she needs help. And he's like, let me just throw her in the play. Like,
Well, like,
think about it like that.
Well, like, ultimately, A is stressing Emily out, right? That's where it's, like, beginning. But Wayne's not, like, working for A.
I would hope not.
No.
Agreed.
Oh my goodness.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
What about Ezra's phone call after Wayne Fields' visit?
A.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Ezra,
sketch.
Yeah. Ezra canceling his order and leaving as soon as Spencer shows up to the pub.
A. Yeah.
The waitress serving Spencer the board shorts ale, but she puts a million exclamation marks, that Ezra ordered.
Nay. I mean, the waitress didn't know.
Well, right. But, like, I guess.
But A could have gone in and changed the order to maybe Ezra, because I don't think Ezra is specifically in like that guy in the story.
Right.
Ezra ordered a beer, but then A goes in and goes, no, it needs to be the board shorts ale. I think it's A.
Oh, I like that.
I like
Yeah,
that
that's
too.
good. That's good, Elizabeth. That's
yeah,
really good.
Elizabeth's like really thinking about
I know.
it.
It's good.
With this show, you cannot just think like straightforward. You gotta think out of the box.
I know. You're right.
It's very true.
There's always something that we're not seeing.
Yeah.
And then it's like the times that it is just blatantly out in the obvious. You're like, wait, am I supposed to read into this? Or
Right.
Yeah, but we shall see very soon.
Ooh.
Michelle, we have a Lucky Leon's ladle?
We sure do.
Ooh.
The scoop of the week is mint chocolate chip ice cream. Nothing screams oral hygiene more than the smell and taste of mint. However, eating too much ice cream could cause you needing to see a dentist. Hopefully, it'll be your dentist doing the work on you and not some random person in a black hoodie. The chocolate chips represent the chip on both Emily and Aria's shoulder. Also, Spencer is chipping away at the clues in Allie's diary, leading her to discover Board Shorts' identity. Could it be true that Aria isn't the only young, underage co-ed that Ezra has been with? If Aria finds out, I'm sure she'll be reaching for a tub of this flavor as well. I give this episode 3.5 scoops. I don't know if this episode is really that good or if it's because the last few have been stinkers. This episode was like a breath of fresh mint. Thank you,
Nice.
Mike.
Very nice. How did he know that's my favorite flavor of ice
Is
cream
it?
too?
Same. It's my favorite
Love
too.
mint chocolate chip.
Me
That's
too.
Rand's favorites, mint chocolate chip. Loves
Love it. Yeah.
I know we actually had a review to read too that I forgot about at the top of the show.
Yes, I
Should we
would
read
love.
it now?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
We got a new review over on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars from Zaza_321.
Cute.
Wow, Zaza, that's my birthday. This review says, love this podcast so much. Total Betty podcasts are incredible, and I was so happy to discover a Pretty Little Liars one after listening to Tree Hill Talk, another podcast of theirs. I would recommend this podcast to anyone and everyone. Thank you so much for creating this amazing podcast for us all. XXX.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
That was so nice.
We appreciate it.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm just wiping my nose. My nose is running off. I'm so hot mess tonight.
A or nay, Liss's
Right.
nose is running.
Hey,
Definitely.
I gotta say.
All right, so we'll go over to an MVP and shittiest. I felt this was tough this week. How about Michelle? Would you like to go first?
Sure. My MVP is Hanna.
Oh, that's a good MVP.
I feel Hanna had a very good episode. I loved her reading journey. I also loved her little scarf and her little wrap coat that she was wearing, choosing to stay in bed and read versus going to a chick flick. And also just, I feel like she's been doing a good job of coming up with the ideas that Spencer normally would come up with.
Yeah, what a role reversal these last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
I guess because Spencer's been like spiraling.
Like Spencer's working on the Ace stuff, but a different side of it. So it's nice to see Hanna also contributing
Definitely
to the mission. Yeah.
What about you, Elisabeth?
I picked Wayne. Like, I mean, he
too.
saves Emily's life. I also was thinking in that scene how if like that was like, thank God he's like a military man and in great shape, because my dad would have never gotten up that pole even if he had wanted to.
I was thinking that too. I was like, wow, thank goodness he's in shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hard. Especially, climbing up the window, like climbing up like 2 stories. And I also picked him because of that sole reason. Now that I think about it too, it's like, well, I mean, he is really just truly looking out for his family. It kind of sucks that he didn't give Emily more on her plate, but I guess that was kind of Ezra in a way.
And he's just trying to get her to be distracted with a good thing. In Wayne's mind, would like her to be distracted with a good thing.
Yeah. What about a shittiest? I think a majority of people are. I mean, I'm going to cop out and just say Ezra because I think he's ill.
I'm going to go with Aria because she got physically assaulted Maggie. She like grabs her arm and then causes Maggie to drop her box of goods and the frame breaks. So Aria, no, you annoy me. And she had really annoying lines. That's not her fault. That's the writer's fault. But
I agree. She was quite annoying in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Aria as well. She was just like so aggressive. Like she was so aggressive with Mike and his relationship with Mona. And yes, Mona's crazy, but like didn't even give him a chance to be like, hey, I really like her, or like really say his side at all. She just seemed like so confrontational this episode. I'm like, girl, like pump the brakes.
Yeah, which has been like Hannah's MO for majority of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. So I guess we're just switching over roles now that Hannah's kind of heartbroken and trying to figure out, her next step. But it's just never exciting to watch when any of them are like that. Like even last week with like Emily Young, it's like when they're all like getting upset or angry towards one another, it's just not, no one wants to watch that. I know like sometimes we need it for story, but kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Cringy. I don't know. There are so many lines that, of course, at this moment in time,
so
have
many bad
escaped
lines.
me. There were so many bad lines.
I could read some too.
You have them?
Aria
Okay.
says his head sweat a lot like a cheese.
Yep. Yeah.
Hanna said Fjord, which made me LOL.
Yeah.
Fjord, that was
is that
great.
not how you say it?
Very cute. Very cute. And then was Mona here to poop or snoop?
Yeah, that was funny. Oh, wait, when Holbrook's like, the Swedish know how to do books and meatballs or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And then Hannah's like, I don't like their meatballs. I'm like, what are we doing?
Guys,
The bad
stop.
take,
Just
but...
try again. Rewrite.
Yeah, I'm gonna just maybe like a 6. I know that's probably high, but that's just
I think it's definitely over 50%.
okay.
Yeah.
Like,
So
yeah. So a 6 out of 10 definitely sounds
good.
good.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you all agree with me.
I agree.
I was like, I'm feeling a little feisty about this episode. It just,
I mean,
something about it.
It's definitely like, I feel like our cringe scale could also go into the unhinge, a cringe unhinge.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
that whole tiny scroll thing is on another level.
That was a 10 on the
That
unhinged
was a
scale.
10. Oh, yeah. It was, yeah, it's on another level for sure.
Another level.
It's so good. It's so ridiculous that it's so good that you're like,
ridiculous.
wow, who would think to do that? But
It
also, you're
reminded
like,
me-
that's crazy.
It reminded me of, do you remember, I don't know if you guys had this, but back in the day when I was a kid, I had a necklace with my name on a piece of rice.
Oh, yeah, of course.
This is what this reminded me.
Yes, because you really would need like a magnifying glass, which would drive me crazy that they had a magnifying glass just like laying around.
Right? that was also very cringy. When Emily's just like, oh, here's my magnifying glass. Let's look.
I'm like, oh, of course. Of course.
Oh my goodness.
That made me laugh. But yes. Oh, I love that rice necklace.
I would love one again. Where do I get that
too.
again? That'd be great. I should look that
At
up.
some gift shop on a beach somewhere.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yes. But that's what that reminded me of.
Totally. Yeah. Because the font was just so small.
It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous.
Oh, I should tell my mom about that because she used to always get like those things for us. I'm like, I should tell my mom to see if she remembers.
Yeah.
That's we used to love that back in the 90s and the early 2000s.
I was also like, I was always so impressed on how they did that.
Yeah.
Right?
So small.
Your whole name on a grain of rice? What?
So small. Yeah.
So crazy.
It's so crazy. I haven't thought about that, and you just brought the deep memory up. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. So at the end of the episode, I'm going to give you the title for next week, which is 418. We are getting pretty close to the end.
Yeah.
I have to say, and maybe I'm just throwing it out there, I'm not thrilled with this episode. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hopefully it will be better because we'll watch it together and the patrons and everyone will join and we'll shit talk.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit of a sleeper for me after this board shorts and the tooth stuff this week. After next week, I'm like, well, that was a little bit of a sleeper. However, the title is Hot for Teacher, which I don't know why we're actually calling it that.
Michelle's face.
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
Right, it's gross. No, it's gross. It's gross.
Okay.
My secret is we see what Ezra has been hiding in the cabin behind the trap door. That's the most exciting part of the episode.
Okay.
Really.
All right. So we're gonna go under there and see what's going on.
Yeah. We see it. The girls don't see it. But we
I see.
it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this ring any bells to you, Elisabeth? Have you watched ahead?
Zero.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think Aria's gonna have a meeting with Jesse
Okay.
because she said, like, I understand I need to work out some anger. I know I got some ish. And he's like, we can make an appointment one-on-one anytime. So I think that's going to happen. I know I asked this last week, so forgive me. Caleb does not come back yet.
Mm-mm.
No.
I have to tell you, he actually does not come back at all this season.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because,
So
we were like lining it up with Ravenswood.
Yeah.
So
We will not see Caleb come back in this season. He returns in season 5.
Okay. All right.
I guess that's probably because they wrapped on Ravenswood, and then maybe storyline wise they couldn't figure out a way to bring him back in there, or maybe it was already written and whatever. So we will see him again, just not for a couple weeks.
I'm curious, are there any like not repercussions, but does anything happen from Spencer taking the Jesse Spano pills? Like, does anything come of that?
I can tell you it does. Something
Okay,
does
good.
come of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I do believe on Saved by the Bell they were just caffeine pills. They weren't even Adderall.
They were.
Not
They
even
were
close.
Which also makes it more unhinged.
Right. I love that. That's what it was. Just caffeine.
It was just caffeine pills. Yes.
She was so excited. She couldn't hide it. But yeah, so Spencer, she has a problem. She's got a problem.
Okay.
And Mike had said, he had messaged me in the books. He's like, "Oh, did you guys get up to her like speed addiction in the books?" And I'm like, "No, but I had read that was something that had happened to her." So the show kind of mirrors that a little bit. And I know we've sort of teased it in the past that she has a little bit of an addictive personality, and so we will see more of this progress.
Okay.
It's not fun, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sure. She looks so tired, and
she looks
the girls I think are so distracted because if my friend showed up, I'd be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. I think they're all just so tired.
Yeah,
you know,
everybody's tired. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well,
focused.
I look forward to next week.
Me too. Hopefully, it's better than I'm giving you. This moment in time.
Yeah.
But as I said, I did watch the rest of the season, so I am here. I'm storing it. If you have any questions about people who are going to be potentially, we'll see. I can, obviously I won't tell you, but I can answer some things. Okay. So I have an under lock and key in the brain, and I'm happy I watched because, I mean, I didn't remember pretty much anything. That's maybe one or two moments that I can't wait for you to see.
Awesome.
Yeah. So until then, thank you, Elisabeth, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, ladies. I cannot thank you enough for how amazing and wonderful the podcast is, the community you've created. If you are hearing my voice right now, you need to go over to patreon.com, join the Patreon, and get in the Discord chat. I had a rough summer, and it really was, it got me through having our little community and having our buddies, and I love them all. And if you made it to season 4 of Pretty Little Liars and you're not on the Patreon, like, it's what, like $8 a month? Come on.
Oh,
I mean, it's like you could get like a Starbucks drink at this point for
That's true.
That's
true. Thank you, Elizabeth. That
makes me feel so happy, Elizabeth, that we could be there for you. And I mean, all of our buddies are quite literally the best. I mean, I know we're biased, but everyone
but they are the best.
They're the best. They're the most kind and most inclusive, supportive family. And we're proud to be their mamas. So thank you for being one of them, because each and every one of you all are all just so special.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. I'm so excited that you got to be a part of this podcast. And what's that one? Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
what's
the next show we're gonna do?
Talking Texas forever.
Talking Texas forever. And yeah, so we'll be back next week for episode 18. Whoa. And that's it.
We'll see you then.